This is the beginning of part 7. We're still doing the styles XML here. So this is where we left off for number 6 with it. Again, we're still doing the styles for the cells in here as well. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to still use note how I indented in each one of these things with it as well. So I have a couple more items I need to add, and with it I'm just going to put a space here because we was the video that we separated here with it. So again, I'm going to do one of these things that I'm going to copy and I'm going to edit the background with it. So I'm going to turn off and kind of speed things up here. I can't talk and walk and chew gum at the same time. So I'm going to actually do this and hold and fast forward the video a little bit, and you can see how I code this, and then I'm going to talk about the code, okay? So let me tighten up this right here with it. So this is the individual cell for the style. The name of the cell is called cell with it. So when I use this over to my main, my activity underscore main XML, I'm going to call each one to use one of these references with it. As you can see, these files pull from the colors, and they all talk to each other with it as well with it, right? One of the hardest things about a project like this is that you have to figure out what's it's like the chicken and the egg, what comes first with it, right? And you have to program both at the same time with it. So believe me, many hours of troubleshooting this as well with it. All right, so that will conclude the cell with it. The next one we're going to have to do is the parent at the style of the cell with it. So let me talk to you about this with it. It's still style, and we're going to start with a new style. And this time we're going to do not the name, but we're going to do parent of this, and the parent of this is at the style cell. Notice the uppercase of the C and the uppercase of this name is this name right here. This cell is this cell. All right. So I'm using the parent, meaning this particular style is going to override that cell, which is the main base class. I hate to use the word class, but that's what really it is with it. And I'm gonna start out with left. Name is called left cell, and we're going to hit enter. We're going to start a new set right here in between. So that's what's going to make sure you have that part with it. So let me input the content of this, and then we're going to talk about this, okay? Okay, turn back my microphone here. Let me talk about what we just did here. So each one of these things, if you remember, and those of you that ever had HTML with it, when we talked about cell spacing and cell padding and the spaces between what's called the border and inner border, and then you have the margin with it. Very, very similar concept that you're looking at here. This is the margin left, margin top, margin bottom, margin right. And you're giving a little padding in between them. That's all you're doing with it. And this is from the parent of the cell class, which is the name of right here with it, which is the cell. Okay, so that's all you're doing right now with it as well. So that concludes that part for it. We start with another style, and this time we're going to do the style. We don't use name. We're going to do another parent, and this parent is going to be call. Same thing is going to override the. It's going to override that style. Cell, this one right here. That was the left cell. We have to do each one of these. Is the again, this is the middle row right now, middle cell with it as well. So name equal middle cell, uppercase M, uppercase C. Okay, hit enter, and I'm gonna again go in. Let me fast forward my video a little bit, and so I can do this. All right. Okay, so this particular cell, again, we're doing the left cell, the middle cell. This is the left cell. This is the middle cell. Of course, it has to be the right cell, right? And all this is what? Only one row we're talking about right now with it. So again, we're doing left and with it as well. So we got to do one more. Is the right cell, right? Style. Again, it's the same thing as this one right here. So and we'll call this thing right cell. Okay, so we just did this for the left, middle, and right cell with it. So this right here will conclude the resources for the styles.xml. This is the end of this video, which is part 7 with it as well. So make sure you got your syntax properly done here. That you don't. I don't know why that 30 dp looks kind of weird with it, but that's okay. Make sure you don't have any syntax errors. I'm going to leave this up here for you to see. This block is this block right here. You can see the lines that's connecting to that. I don't know why that 30 dp, that text size, that 30 dp, it's telling me should use SP instead of dp. I don't like SP. It's a different unit. Who cares? It's my... Ignore it. That's okay. save it. Take a good look at this. This is what your styles.xml file should look like right here.